Hey, my crafty peeps. Welcome to Ivy and Juke Creations. If you're new here, my name is Kim, and welcome. If you're returning, then welcome back. Alrighty, y'all. We've got this tray that I got from the Goodwill for $1.99, and we're going to flip it. So I took this paper, this decoupage paper, that I get from roycycle.com, and this is actually from last year's release, I do believe. And as I was saying in one of my other videos, I've got to try to use some of my stuff up. I've got so much. But I'm not sure that you'll be able to get your hands on this specific paper. But you can always use napkins from the Dollar Tree, from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and things like that. And just, use the same principle as I am. We're going to decoupage some paper on this tray. And so, as I was saying, this is from roycycle.com. And I was trying really hard to do the fawn and then the moose and several of the other prints. But my OCD self wanted a print that was horizontal and not vertical. And none of them seemed to work for me. So I ultimately went with the set of birds. And so now here you see I'm taking IOD's molds in the name called Trimmings 3. And I'm making me some trim work. And then I'm going to put it on my tray. Oh, and I forgot to mention, as y'all seen, I was sanding it as well, getting the slick surface off of it, so my paint and my glue and anything that I do to it going forward would stick. And so here I'm just smoothing off the top, trying to get it look like it was part of the tray and not added to the tray, so it would have a smooth top on the top, kind of like weld on them together. And here it is. It dried overnight, and I had some kind of chemical reaction in my building, in my craft shed. See, right there. Look, it looked like I poured acid on it or something. But then the rest of it is just as perfect as it can be. But that one side looked like it had acid poured on it. And I know like the humidity and stuff is probably not right out in my craft shed. But anyway, it did stick, and I think it just adds to the character. So here we're going to take Rust-Oleum's white linen chalk paint, and we're going to paint the front, the back, the bottom, the sides. We're going to pounce it down into the trim work that I added to it. And then we're going to paint the inside. Then I drug out my tray, my turntable. And now here I'm showing you DIY's Big Top. And I've got just a little silicone scooper thing out. And I scooped me some out and poured it on my tray. And the reason I did that, instead of just taking my brush straight into the container, is because DIY is all natural products. It's made with everything natural. And so if you stick your paintbrush in there, then you're going to contaminate it. But anyway, I put a whole coat of DIY Big Top on the mold, on the tray, on the bottom of the tray, the feet, everywhere. And I let that dry, and then this is the image that I went with. And I'm showing y'all here, look, I'm taking my paper, and I'm going to the extreme, going through all the trouble to make sure I get a straight edge on this paper. Because we wouldn't want it not to dare be straight, right? That's the OCD. But then I remembered, wait a minute, we're supposed to have a torn, tattered edge, so it blends in a lot easier instead of such a straight edge. Y'all, I've been out of practice for a good year now, and so some of the things that I used to know, I had forgotten about it, and it comes back to me as I'm crafting or after I've made a mistake. Then I'm like, oh, Lord, Kim, you should have done, say for an example, clear wax before you went in with the dark wax. So I'm having to retrain my brain and everything as I go. But anyway, so I'm using Big Top to put the image down. And then once I get the image down, I take a moist baby wipe, and I'm just gently, pushing it down, rubbing over it, making sure I'm getting good contact. And here you see I'm using Big Top on top of the image and sealing it all in. And then you see the transfers to the left top hand corner. I tried more molds. I tried transfers. I could not think of for the life of me what to do with this tray once I got the image and the trim work on it. Like nothing I tried looked right. So y'all know that I learned myself that when all else fails, I like stuff grungy. And when all else fails, go with the Waverly's Antique Wax. That's what I have in this jar, mixed with water. And I started out, pouncing it down in the trim work on the outside of the tray. And then here you see I'm getting a little bit braver and braver. I was too scared to go in it, too harshly. But then I put a little bit on there and a little bit more on there until I got brave and then just went all in. Then I get the whole thing painted, and then I start wiping it back with a moist shop towel right here, a lint-free shop towel. And see how the dark, it stays down in the cracks and the crevices. And I'm just still, lightly wiping back. I'm not giving it a hard brush or anything. It's real light. I'm real light-handed right here. And then some places that didn't seem like it got enough, I went back with some more and then pat it off, pat dried it. And then naturally we can't go without making it a finished product and doing the underside. I just painted it and then wiped it back. And then here she is. And y'all, I couldn't figure out a way to stage her. She felt like she still needed something. But then I felt like if I staged it, then it would cover the beautiful picture. So this is the best I've got on this one, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all let me know down in the comments if you liked it or what I could have done better. I thank y'all for spending your time with me. I thank you for all of your support and liking and commenting and sharing the videos out. I miss y'all so much, and I'm so glad to be back. Y'all have a blessed day and know how much I appreciate y'all. And go let your light shine this Christmas season. I love y'all.